abaguzi nova reto, how do you attracting out here? Somebody comes to buy you, ignoring the person. She won't come or he won't come. Then SWOT analysis, SWOT S means strength, W is weakness, T is that's the strength, weaknesses, and competitors. You know, all those guys surrounding you. That analysis is what you do. Ani going single man, ani a single man. Threats is ani when you know one the threats, the T threats. How do I solve my competitor? Threats not with a gun, but who can take you out of business? You know, who can do a better job? And then of course financial planning. Then the executive summary. I don't know that we need to go through this. Industry analysis. Okay, executive summary. This provides a busy reader. Executive summary. Why it may be important is that if you have somebody who wants to know about your business, executive summary, instead of going through your audits, executive summary can give them an overview of what the business is doing or quality. So that is a good thing about executive summary. Because what you want is umuntu asobola kutegeera mangu asoma mu n'amanyi magezi adiringa mu logistics is a transporter alina trucks 15 ebintu ebingi abijjawo n'abitwala eno. So executive summary eyanguya kukola ekintu ekyo kukimuwa. Okay, industry analysis. This section should begin by describing the industry, the business will enter. Now, executive summary, I mean, this industry analysis, enyamba nyo ng'otandika, bw'obanga otandika business, okola industry analysis, ekintu kyenyingiramu kisooka kirimu abantu bameka. That's number one. Number two, site ki gye kiri. Logistically, bwembanga ndi transport nga nzija ebintu atugambe sunoke kuwadde okujja ebintu byabwe mu Mombasa okubireeta wano. What kind of trucks do you have? What are the roads? The road enguudo zirito okuva e Mombasa mpaka wano. Kitegeera. So waliwo ne government taxes nti oyinza okutuuka wali that way bridge ngenda kusasula sente meka. So industry analysis gives you all these guys nsobola kufuna ntya, nsobola kufuna mu ntya. Those are, key success factors in the industry trends. Yinza okuba registering a company, business nezigwa. Ekintu ekyo nemwaka ekyalina mugaso. Kitegeera nga njukira abantu abalimako yali vanilla by harvest the prices are falling. So okolamu analysis. Ababadde balimu omwanyi gubadde gukola bulungi because Brazil ne Malaysia or Vietnam season tezabagendera bulungi. Afe abasigala nga balina omwanyi bafunye kubanga supply ntono yet demand eri waggulu. So sometimes that is the good thing about doing business. Oyinza okuba ng'oli awo ng'olemedde mu kintu olunaku lumu ozukuka nga gwasigaza ebintu wekka. Price gwasalawo gamba olwaleero tubadde munyigiriza n'ensobisatu kati ntunda kakaaga n'odabulira ate ne babirwanira n'otandika n'okwongeza okukendeeza akavuyo n'oteeka ku mutwalo ne babirwanira n'oteeka ku mutuno ne babirwanira kati ogenda kumala sizo naye ng'okoze eki ofunyemu naye bagamba magezi sente yazijjawa. Kumbe Katonda yamusulirako olumu nga babadde ready. Then tulina wano ka company description. Which company are you dealing with? Waliwo abangi batera ku kati nga ngono bayogeddeko bamaama something akunda mmere osanga ye brandi ye chefu ye buli kimu kati eyo ekkolera bulungi nga wooli naye olunaku lwotabeerawo Mwagaza abadde alya ewuwo n'ategeera nti oli mulwadde tajja. So okwedescribinga nako kuba kulungi n'oba nga oyigiriza abantu b'okola nabo abaana abawala. Osobola n'okwokola bu t-shirt nga buliko n'obwotekako maama John naye nga ababwambala bangi. Bava ku oli nannyini ne bamanya ababwambala nga bangi n'abakozi bangi kati n'oba nga toliiwo tebategeera nti toliiwo. Kasita standard y'emmere esigala emu n'obwegwamu katono tebategeera. Kubanga kati ye enjala eba ekuluma ate n'otandika kunoonya standard y'emmere bweba nga tekyuse nnyo oba you are just dealing with the hunger problem. Then I can now actually explain a bit. For example, legal status and ownership. One kiri important in the one which njogedeko mabega awo. It's good to register your companies. Zibeere ne legal status. You go, kikutwalako akasente n'ekiyamba singa nga investor ajja and wants to get a local person to work with, the first thing they do is this person registered? Because it doesn't matter whether you are delivering very well if you are not registered. You are doing it by yourself. Companies like Suno or even government, they don't deal with individuals. They deal with registered companies because they pay tax. That is the reason. The only reason they want the legal status which is clear. If it's like Suno or these other private companies, they want to deal with somebody registered because the government of Uganda wants us Suno to deliver taxes from us, the clients, you, the business owners, through their channel. So if you're not registered, they can't track you. That's why for you guys who are in this oil area, you have your company registered. You never know. A Chinese may come or a German or like, no, I don't want to register a company. I just want to partner with an established local person. So they will just look for anybody who's registered, not just anybody. Even if you are doing very well but not registered, then we also have a problem here of hating partnerships. Partnerships are not bad. Because you may have the knowledge of the area, product knowledge, manyakurungi, ba client no bamanyi, kukato in the same. He is a mageza in the same. Area sagara tina chakumanya. Munkai nechi same. You partner. What you do, if you don't have money for a lawyer, look around your family. You could have a lawyer in your family. Call him or her and experience that. I want you to represent me because I don't understand these partnership things. I don't want to reach and sign things against myself. So you look for a lawyer and you explain what is happening. The lawyer will explain to you, do this, do that. Don't put yourself into. But partnerships are not bad. Like I said earlier, that there is a Ruyankore proverb, if you had a nightmare last night, tomorrow I'm not going to sleep because I had a bad nightmare. You will go and sleep because that's a natural process. So if somebody was telling you, kajana nazom partnership ba, you really put it in your head. When you want to go back, was on partnership. Everybody who has succeeded in the business has a partnership. Very, very, very few people, these rich people we see, very few are not in partnerships. I can give an example. Sudil, if you look at the Serena, the one of Munyonyo. Munyonyo is a Sudil, around 55%. The rest is Uganda government. The rest of the money of the other shares are Uganda government. Igongo Mbara. It is halfway private, the other half. You taxpayers, if you say Uganda government, I mean you people who are seated here, because you pay taxes, don't you? So the money in those hotels is part of your and other factories. So partnerships are not bad. It's just how you see it. And legally, secure your side as well. Because I am sorry, God created us in the greed. We are very greedy people. We are more greedy. I think we are the greediest animals in the world. If a lion is satisfied, it doesn't bother with you. But the person, even if he has a million shilling, he wants to steal your 20,000. Yeah, but you might have over 20 times the money I have, but you also want the money. So that's the problem with that. So it's important to protect yourself. Even relatives. Your relatives sometimes can be more dangerous than people you don't know. Relative knows you want to do business, let me help you, and you find yourself in. So on the current status, the government changed a few things. For example, if you have a company, registered company, every year you pay an annual return of 50,000. So current status means you just keep your updating every year. You can pay your 50,000 and you are updating. Then another aspect of the business is the market analysis. Market analysis can also be part of what we have already discussed, but you can segment your market. If you are, for example, somebody is saying he has trees and flowers. Now, one of the, okay, at your level, you may not supply abroad because you are a smallholder or flower grower, but you could look at who are the exporters of flowers. That is Johnny, Ariana, Michael, and Noah. Then you go to them. That I can supply you this type of flowers, this tonnage in this period. So then you become part of their outgrower group. So apart from selling here, when you get other people you can supply who take abroad, because maybe if you don't have capacity to take abroad, you have increased on, you have marketed yourself, you have increased on your customer base. And then of course another aspect of market analysis, we have discussed it before, competitors. For example, what you cannot come and say that is the best meat. It's raw meat. So it is very hard for you to stand here and say, that one, we are only attracted by maybe fats and what, but in the end, it's very hard to know whether that is the best meat you're going to buy. However, some of these people in that line, somebody can choose to have his place or her place very, very clean, or give it a paint, and so from there you're not attracted by the meat, but by the seemingly cleanness of the place. So you're attracted by that. So in marketing, you look at also your competitors. What are they doing that you can do better or improve on? Then the economics of the business. How do you earn a profit in that business? You have those revenue drivers and profit margins. How do I earn the profit, and how much is that profit? Because there are business and wakati basijong kama hii na abuze shilingi nkaka. You chukuza shilingi chikumi. On paper, you are earning more, almost 40 shillings above. With guys earning only 10 shillings if the factory price was 50. The only problem is where there's an issue is this Mwindi, because he's earning 10 shillings, he's selling trucks and trucks. But because for you have a margin profit of 40, selling even a kahuba is a problem. So cumulatively, the Mwindi makes more money. Of course, now we have also run to the tricks. So they are not the only ones who are making. We also know that when you sell in bulk, even if the profit margin is small, you are better off than having things in the shop for years and years. Because every time you sell something, no go which is very, very nice. But the next time you sell in the same product, next week. You have used it even for transport. Every after every month you're like, no, your money is going through costs As is what the necessary costs is what avoided. So we also have startup costs. One utandika zokikom capital unokushashura a house, I mean the shop, unokushashura merchandise yorkugura. So that one you have to also look at it. Then you also have to look at this one is important: fixed and variable costs. Fixed costs ni vitakosa kwa faidi rent nka Hoima kamparel umushoro bakuja. These cases say taxes, but now we are in Hoima, so Hoima city taxes, council taxes basically. They come every week to the Umutwa. That is a fixed cost. For one way, never to pay that. No chauffeur power. That's a fixed cost. But they are variable costs. These ones keep changing depending on circumstances. Maybe you didn't know into at you are buying them from nearby, so the transport costs have gone down. Maybe fuel was up, now it has gone down. So that's a cost that goes up and down depending on the circumstances. Break-even charts and calculations. One was a business. No, was a quarter million at town was take on business. Completely was bad, not a million. Then we start the process of retrieving that money. Now, break-even ni stage ukikaho ukashanga, because initially one utandika you're not so sure if you are making even any profit at all. You are basically starting from scratch. Konkatu washanga ngu every time you calculate tuwa akora profit, konkatu akora loss, that means that's a break-even point. That means you are gakuri hansi at a break-even point. You're not making any profit yet, but neither are you making a profit. All the money rotates back to where it was. And that's break-even point. Now, when you reach that level, that means you can survive. If you are a startup, you know I'm not doing badly. Yes, I'm not making any profit, but I'm not losing money as well. So now you start saying, okay, how do I jump out from the break-even point to now making the profit go above it? So that is, then we have a marketing plan. Here, an overall marketing plan, of course, it includes sales and sales tactics. So to Gamba, if you are somebody with a small restaurant, you just put in and you put your t-shirt, and then you have a course. So every time you deliver food, they know, that is the other lady. Our cousin will go and go. You are marketing yourself without saying a single word. Basically, you are not on radio advertising yourself. Konko in the market yao za garage, aba maduka, their offices nearby. Aba kuzuwa Mama John, aba dizo t-shirt go home, Mama John join or something. Soon wata kuronda without you saying a word. Konko kata mimi mtuaro keta ati mtuaro keta no t-shirts in case itanu, because maybe t-shirt kile mtuaro but ato wakasema watanka kuronda. So sometimes marketing plan mtuchira kuzitina because to requiring to take a sente. That's why we fear, by the way, to marketing. Kwate mtwara aje kumi take mu bintu ebi. Apa. Abo kanza kwa me ebindi binyobwa ebindi bito Because it goes without you knowing. It just simply disappears. But you are the one spending it sometimes. Because for you think 1,000, mpandike ebitaano obadde kinaawe ebitaano bivudde ku mutwalo kyomuleetivire omutwalo gwonna gukoze eki gugenze nga totegedde kubanga bw'olaba omuwadde bitaano so what are you writing mpande ebitaano muteeka mu kitabo naawe ova wano bwekikola wiikire by the end of the week omutwalo gugenze guvudde ku business nga totegedde. So mu advisors onoonyayo omuntu eyabisoma kuba obiwo oba mukwano gwo mugamba manyi every after 3 weeks yitawa nombaliremu katono. So that requires you to write. Naye mu business bwaffe obutono tugamba bwempandiika then tulina wano overall schedule wano ebimu kati nga incorporating a venture ku level yaffe kijiramu bagambidde wali nti singa ofuna an international company yayala kujoininga ejja kwetaagisa nga oli incorporated nga gavumenti ekulina bulungi mu bitabo byabwe. That's when they can allow such a what? Completion of prototypes. Normally this one is for, it can be good for manufacturers. We are going to manufacture, say, product A. Naye katusooke prototype eba kyemusoose kujjayo for testing mulabe kivuddeyo kitya. Prototype ekuyambako ebintu nga bisatu. Kivuddeyo kitya, kikostinze how much, abantu bakirabye batya because okiyisaamu eba prototype. Prototype eyo bw'omala okugatheringa information gy'ofunye mu katale, mu bantu, mu mikwano gyo, then you can take it back no improvinga n'olyoka n'ofulumya real product. Then of course rental facilities, where are you and how much? Then you obtaining critical financing, very important. Are you getting money from the bank? Are you getting money from a money lender? That's very important for your business. Where do you get? In fact, tukatobozibwa from Uganda bwe twafuna esente zaffe nebw'oba ng'ozigye mu bank zisigala expensive. The cost of money is very high. Katubogenda wa money lender, it becomes worse. So that's why our businesses are still struggling. But the government is trying to keep reducing the interest rates. That's such that we can. Of course, nekirala ekizibu kye twafuna nga local business people. I don't know if anybody here supplies the Hoima city anything. If you want to supply, you supply them. 1 year down the road, they have not paid you. Yet you are a small business person. By the time they pay you, you cannot supply next time. You have eaten. Everybody demands you basically. You get it because you have waited and waited to be paid. So their government still has a problem of paying local people early enough such that they can come up and then of course obtaining the first sale for any business is important. Because normally you start without knowing will people buy. So that first sale gives you morale. So that is also very important. Then financial projections. You get the source and use of funds. Where are you getting it from? Is it from the bank? Because that decides whether you are paying a high cost in terms of interest rates. So that's very, very important. Essentially, of course, some businesses in Jawa. Then pulling assumption sheet. Assumption sheet is you write your business, how it's going to run. The product, the amount you are going to put in, how you expect to get your clients, how much prices you expect to be selling. So you don't know take out. You know to quiet whatever namarako. So as the assumption sheet chekuyamba to see omarako So nayo eba important okugiwandiika. Anyway, assumption sheet yo giwandiike bw'obanga ogenda kutandika ekintu kyonna. It is important ekuwa kifaananyi. Then wano ku income statement kyondowooza kansimanyi wano tukidiscussingi wamu. Income statement kubanga balimu ebintu nga bisatu ebyefaananyiriza naye nga byawulamu katono. Kati income statement income statement it's also nayo bagiyita profit and loss statement or ekuwa emulinya amagoba ne loss statement. Kansomemu ndabe ndikola amagoba ndikola loss. Wenkoze amagoba ngakozeewa, wenkoze loss ngikoleddewa. So it's important. Then wano balance sheet yo yekulaga balance sheet ekulaga assets, liabilities ne capital golina. Assets byebintu ebikalu ebiri mu ssente, ebizimbe, ploti, motoka. Liabilities byekutwalako ssente, abakobanja, rent, those ones where money just goes. So kati to make a profit, to know how profitable you are, you get liabilities minus your assets, and then you realize, because assets also include percentage from bobanja now. You get it. Then you balance it with the capital, no money. Of course, cash flow here I'm being robbed by these workers. But that money is getting lost. Just a small, no one is stealing you, but it's getting lost in a small expenditure. Valid expenditure. Analysis we shall be accountant. By the way, one of our council, what mwezi tujja kuba nga tusobola emitwalo esatu. Kati kubanga kyebagambye nti esente zo toziraba nga ntono nga bwe bagambye totukolita kaso. Kati kubanga emitwalo esatu gwe n'otaziyingiza mu expenditures yo. Emitwalo esatu naye ate obona ogiteeka mu kitabo. Soke tujjawo nga tuzibawo. Kati buli bw'obala waliwo ekita adding up. Kumbe emitwalo esatu council gye yayongerako nga n'otagiteeka mu kitabo. So always make sure you do your cash flow. Era in fact kati njema ne bagamba nti bw'oba olina omunyabuzaale nga yasomako bino ebintu, cash flow gy'osooka omuwa njagala ombalire mu cash flow yange etambula etya. Of course ajja kubuuza ebibuuzo, how much did you put in, how much did this happen, ajja kuyambako. Then we have business diagnosis. Business diagnosis kyenvaamu okunoonya omuntu eyasoma these accounting issues n'akubaliramu n'akuwa a picture y'omubiri gwa business yo. Of course, then we have these other microeconomics. Microeconomics, these are a bit of at a bigger level. Macroeconomics at a bigger level, normally done by governments. So it may not help us much in our discussion. Let me first see that we should deal with. We can now, I don't know, do we take a small break and take tea, then we start off after this? Such that you relax completely. So I don't know, let me ask my facilitator how many minutes he can give you, and then, because now we're starting the actual discussion.
I think if the hotel team is ready to give us breakfast, we can just have a working breakfast. let's just have a few people get their tea, and as we continue, we don't need, because we have almost 1.5 hours to get done with this session. As I told you, we want to get done by midday and let you go. So let's just have a few people go get tea, come back and sit, go get tea, come back and sit, just like that. Omwomu mugende mufune mwebuzeebuze nga abali serious wano eno naye ng'ogenda n'ofuna kyolya, then you come back and concentrate so that we don't waste most of the time nga tuli muki tulimu ebyo, kuba kijja kubaleetera okwerabira n'ebitono bye muyingizza. So tugende tufune breakfast and we continue. As our facilitator is also coming back in a few. Those are really taking a note. The reason that's why we're not really projecting is because we want you to take notes. And the reason that's why we take our butabo kumeza ne peni nti omuntu obaako ky'oyiga n'okiwandiika, because kiba kikuyamba. Omanyi edda wabeerangayo ba student abagamba nti nze byonna biyingidde mu mutwe, naye nga ebibuuzo bwe bikomawo eyagaananga okuwandiika n'agamba byonna biyingidde mu mutwe, ebibuuzo biraga nti omutwe gwabadde mukalu, tegwayingiza kintu kyonna. So aid ey'okuwandiika nnungi nnyo, okutekinga notes. It is very important. So twekolemu omulimu mpola mpola, tufune ekyokulya, tukomewo ku table kwe tuli. Ndaba abaliyo banaatera ovaayo, abalala bagende. It's just like that. Remember, all these sessions are happening online ku mukutu gwa YouTube ogwa Vector Energies. Era n'abo abaagala okulaba the previous lectures that happened online, osobola ogenda ku Vector Energies ku YouTube, byonna n'obiraba. Era nga mu maaso awo nja kubeera nga mpa omukisa abamu ku mmwe musobole okujja wano eno mutubuulire bizinensi zammwe. Mazima ensonga lwaki mwazitandikawo erabika oba terabika? Bw'eba terabika, lwaki okyagenda mu maaso ne bizinensi nga omulamwa gwayo togulaba nga gwe yagitandika? Ebyo byebimu ku bintu bye tuli kugezaako okwagala okutegeera, y'ensonga lwaki omukulu ali kusomesa business planning. Business bagipulaningira, business tomala gagitandika nga topulaninze. Osooka kupulaninga n'olyoka ofuna mu business yo. Era nga bw'atugambyeko awo mu kusooka, steps ezo zonna z'abadde ayogerako, kansuubire muli takinga notes era zijja kuba nga zibayamba mu maaso awo. At least njagala ndaba ebikopo bingi wano ku table emu, awo tweyongereyo mu maaso.
As we take our breakfast, we can continue our discussion. Luckily enough, ngeze kulaba ebingi ebiddako twabiseemu soka tujja kutambulako a bit fast. For example, business registration, there's public, private, and then public, PPs, public, private partnerships. So public companies, they are sometimes, like for example, Uganda. Powers of attorney, so that's the only thing maybe I can talk about. Powers of attorney is when you sign off your responsibility to me. The magazine ogenda tugende wa lawyer ebintu byange mu company Johnson and Johnson gwagenda kubanga adiringa nabyo. Gwa signingira gwe ne mu banka gwangenderayo. The powers of attorney is what the powers ezizo nozo omuntu omulala mu mateeka. So bwobanga registered with URSP awo mubabeerawo ekintu kyonna mu kooti osobola kgenda. Then registered documents safeguard the interest of the buyer since they take effect. Ekyobola bakuwa guarantee nti bw'oba oguze ekintu mu company registered osangako you have guarantee for 1 year kubanga eri registered. Bwebanga teri registered n'okomawo nti oyagala guarantee omuntu agamba from who genda mu kooti otuka mu kooti n'agamba again guarantee ne bakebera mu documents ezi registered company teriimu agamba kirako oyagala oyinza okugamba oyagala nakunziba guarantee onakuguza ki. Then of course registered company documents puts the government record with which renders credibility to the document, makes it not public at large. Yeah, government money, that's very important. Equal legal status, safeguarding lyo, access to opportunities, loans, tender, bank, lending companies that's registered. So those are benefits of registration. Government, what business, business that's registered. Bw'ojjaga amagezi ng'omuntu kubanga uncle wo ye minister wa agriculture bajjagamba apa we only admit registered companies. So those are some of the benefits of registering your company. But most important, investor is okujja wano ng'anoonya company muno Hoima City agiteeke mu million 5 babeereko bye baddiringa ne Suno. Ninga mwena mukola muntu nga mpola mu buduukulu nga tewali ali registered. Mwena ne muviiramu abo ate nga sente weeziri zaaveere. Company registration requirements. This one is not a big deal for our day to day, but we can go through very fast. URSP, you are changing up. First of all, you register your company at Uganda Registration Services Bureau. That's what you should know, most important. The rest you can find out from it, because also keep changing a few things. However, name reservation is important, assessment, payment of statutory